Good morning, day 58. I am in the car and my fabulous friend is taking me to Uncle Johnny's hostel in Erwin, where I'm dropping off most of my stuff, and then she's taking me to Spivey Gap so that I can continue on my hike, and I will just hike straight into Uncle Johnny's today. This is the Nolichucky River at Erwin. Still a lot of recovery to do. I dropped my stuff off at Uncle Johnny's, most of it, and now we are headed to Spivey Gap. There they are. Turkeys! Here's the trail I came up from a couple days ago, and that's where I'm going. And Betty just dropped me off. So nice. Really amazing. I'm so lucky. So I'm going to the Nolichucky River today, and then just a tiny bit down from where the AT gets to the river is Uncle Johnny's, where I left my stuff. So I've got a little over 11 miles, and thankfully it's mostly downhill. A nice rhododendron tunnel to start the hike. So I am feeling good with my hiking today. My body feels good and rested. If anything, I'm just feeling like bummed that I'm not going to be sleeping in the woods, that instead I'm at a hostel because I'm feeling the need to carry less weight. So I'm just going to be giving slack packing a try for, I'm not sure how many days, but just to see if that helps me to be able to build up a little more stamina, cover some more miles, and deal with the fact that I cannot really carry 4 days of food right now because it's just too heavy. I don't really want to sleep in a hostel bed most of the nights. There's a Ferris wheel in this tree for the bunny and a little slide. Well, this is the No Business Knob shelter, which is an odd name. And I just stopped here to eat a sandwich for lunch. I packed regular food for my hike today, and it was very awkward because I didn't feel like I should be touching my food with my fingers. So I did wash them, but it was messy, and I don't prefer that out here. So it's, I think, 6.2 miles left to get to Uncle Johnny's, and there are like 6 hikers that have passed me today. At least 4 of them are headed to Uncle Johnny's. I feel the need to report that I have my poles. I actively thought about it when I left that shelter for lunch. You know, give myself a pep talk. Don't forget your poles. So I've been about 6 miles so far, and this section of the trail is really pretty easy. So slack packing today makes it feel like this is like really easy. I mean, I still have 5 miles to go, but it's almost all downhill, and I just feel like it's almost like a rest day which is very weird to say about 11 miles. We'll see if I feel that way when I'm done. I thought I'd give a little health update. So back in Hot Springs, I got a new knee strap because I lost the one that I had since January. That knee strap is very frustrating. I have quit wearing it entirely. There are times when I can feel like it would be nice if I had the strap, but the one that I got, it just won't stay on. And I've tried every which way to configure it, and it just slides down and annoys the heck out of me. So I gave up on it. There's that, and that's good. My legs are so strong that my knees are doing really well. The only thing that happens with my knees is if I have a really hard day, then they might be achy at night when I am trying to sleep. But there's no stabbing pain, so that's all good. My tendon in my lower right leg is not painful at all, but I can definitely feel it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm unaware of my left tendon, but my right tendon I can feel. I still have yet to have a blister, just occasional hot spots. But I have something sort of new, not new. About well over a year ago, I had carpal tunnel syndrome, mostly in my right wrist, but a little in my left, and I wore braces for a while when I slept, and there was no way I was going to bring a wrist brace out here on this hike, and I was like, it's going to be fine. I'm not going to be doing the repetitive job that I was doing, but it turns out that using trekking poles is a very repetitive wrist exercise, and the symptom of my carpal tunnel is not actually pain at any time, except when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes mostly my right hand will be numb, and it's not the kind of asleep or numb that's just tingly and wakes up in a few minutes. It takes sometimes like a half an hour, and while it's waking up, it's incredibly painful. It's so awful. Once it resolves, it's okay, but there are actually sometimes when it's really extreme in the morning. Ooh, this is a lot of mud. When it's extreme in the morning, that a little while later, it'll get numb, an hour or two later for a little while. It's very weird. So when I was taking 2 zeros and not using that wrist, I did not wake up with my hand being like extremely asleep, only just a little. So today I am basically carrying my poles. I'm gonna see what happens tonight, and if in the morning my right hand is better than when I hike all day with my poles. That's my update. Otherwise, I feel really good. My body feels strong. There's not anything that's bothering me other than the carpal tunnel, which is not like while I'm hiking. So that's good. I'm coming into Temple Hill Gap, and it looks like another place where there's just really a lot of trees down, like maybe 80%. Look at those tulip poplar blooms. This is a tree that's down, but definitely not out. A view where perhaps there was not one before. I don't know when the last time was that I mentioned my husband, Christopher, but since this YouTube channel is a record for me and memories for me, I realized I really should say something about how I think about him every day and I miss him so much. He was the greatest love of my life, and I wish he were still here. That is the Nolichucky River down there. It's the river that wiped out Erwin in Hurricane Helene. Another view of the river. I can see a couple of probably dump trucks in the distance on that road along the river. There's just a lot of work happening to recover. This is a really cool bench, and I sat on it. For those of you who don't know, where this stop sign is where there used to be a bridge across the river. I think it was over 30 feet above the water level. So that's where the bridge used to be, and it was completely swept away by Hurricane Helene. And I am back at Uncle Johnny's. So I'm in the women's shower room, and they have all this stuff. I actually don't know what that is, but little bars of soap and a comb and a single-use packet of deodorant gel and these little Band-Aid things. Nice touch. All right, I am feeling really good. So it just took me 7 hours to do that hike today. So that was 1.6 miles an hour. It was pretty easy in terms of the elevation change, but it felt good. And I feel like an appropriate amount of tired. And I took a shower, and I'm wearing loner clothes that are kind of cute. Anyway, you totally can't see. And I decided, instead of staying in the bunkhouse that's $30 for a bed, that I would upgrade to this private room. So I'm going to show you. So this room actually holds 3 people, double bed below, single up above. There is a fridge in here. So all of the food that I got yesterday at the grocery store, including like really great food for dinner and breakfast, I was able just to put in the fridge. There's air conditioning, which I don't think I'll need, but tomorrow I think it's supposed to be over 80 degrees. And I am right beside the Nolichucky River. Apparently the trucks start coming down this road at 6 a.m. But this is really nice, and I'm so pleased about my investment.